The college basketball experience summer coaches tour for the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos head coach Joe Pasternack edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code TCESGPN to score up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And make sure you enter the free roll football contest up for $3,500 in prizes for grabs. Go over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll to enter today. And welcome everybody into the college basketball experience summer coaches tour. Continue on. Hope everybody's having a great Labor Day weekend. College basketball getting here closer and closer. Can't wait. Monday, September the 2nd, which means November 4th is getting here sooner and sooner. If you're wondering who you're listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Mac tonight over here at the college basketball experience. Like I said, continuing our summer coaches tour, we bring on one of the really good programs out west, the Santa Barbara Gauchos head coach Joe Pasternack. Talk about his journey, time with guys like Sean Miller at Arizona, and the different journey to lead him to UC Santa Barbara. So we'll bring him on here in a minute. But first, I want to talk about the Sports Gambling Podcast because the NFL is back this Thursday night. They're going to pick every game this year, and you're going to want to make sure you enter our free football contest up for $3,500 in cash for grabs. Sign up with the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code today, baby, TCESGPN, to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience, and let's get right into it. Let's bring on the head coach of the Gauchos of Santa Barbara, Coach Joe Pasternack. And we continue our summer coaches tour on the college basketball experience with the head coach of the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, Coach Joe Pasternack. Coach, how are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me, Ryan.
I appreciate you joining. I know fall semester starting. Kids are back in school. But, coaches, fill us in how your guys' summer went as a program.
Our summer went very well. We had a lot of new players, 8 new players, and our goal really was to mesh them with our returners. And I think this day and age in college basketball is really different with so many new guys each year, not a lot of returning players. And so team chemistry is a really big deal, and we really focused on that this summer.
Yeah, the summers have completely changed over the years. I want to get to your team here in a little bit, but I want to rewind to your early stages in the coaching career. You started at Cal, your alma mater is Indiana University. Just talk about your early days and when you knew you wanted to get into the coaching industry.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be a Bobby Knight basketball manager at Indiana for 4 years. It was an amazing experience and really opened my eyes to coaching and teaching under Coach Knight. And it was an unbelievable learning experience for me. And then my first job was with Ben Braun at Cal Berkeley. And I was at Cal for 8 years. And that's kind of how I cut my teeth in the business, building relationships and learning really the game by doing. And then became the head coach at University of New Orleans right after Buzz Williams. And then went to Arizona as the associate head coach with Sean Miller, which was an unbelievable learning experience, and have been here the last 7 years, Santa Barbara.
Yep. And Coach, I want to ask you about your early days at New Orleans, being a head coach at such a young age. What were some of the biggest experiences of getting your own program that early in your coaching career?
Well, it was right after Hurricane Katrina, so navigating so many different uh, adversities was unbelievable. And then, really learning how to build a program, a comprehensive program, fundraising. They needed a lot of money. That was a big deal. The university, the athletic department. So, learning how to do all the other stuff besides just X's and O's and managing a program, that was what I really learned.
And then from there, you go over to Arizona with Sean Miller. What made you a better? I like asking this question when I see a coach go from assistant to head coach and back to assistant coach. What made you a better assistant coach the second time around after sitting in the main chair?
Yeah, I mean, you really learn, it's one thing to give advice and another to actually execute the advice. So I think you're very careful of what advice you give when you're assistant coach again. And that's what I really learned.
Absolutely. And Coach, from there, you get the UC Santa Barbara job. So you've had some great mentors, Bobby Knight, Sean Miller. What are some of the things you took from each and every one of your bosses that has helped you at Santa Barbara sustain the success you guys have had?
Yeah, I think, with Coach Knight, it's all about teaching and how he demanded excellence on a daily basis, never letting, being an intolerant teacher. Coach Braun really taught me how to fundraise. He was an amazing fundraiser for the basketball program at Cal. And then I think Sean Miller, it's all about running a comprehensive program in every facet of the way. And all of those, I've taken a little bit from everybody.
And you guys have had a lot of success at Santa Barbara, winning almost 70% of your games, going to multiple NCAA tournaments. Let me ask you this, Coach. How have you changed over the last 7 years at Santa Barbara with just the ever-changing landscape in college basketball with the NIL, the portal? How have you changed since 2017 till now?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think a lot of people complain about the new rules. For us, it's just what are the rules, and then we have to adapt and really, really have to get into it on a daily basis of being able to see how we can take advantage of the new rules for our program and where we are located, and just kind of attack it every single day with that mindset. And you know, building relationships with your current players to retain your current players is so huge. Your current players are the most important players on your team, and that's really important. And then just having the relationships we have so that we can recruit the best players when they go in the portal.
And I want to ask about the league that you guys play in, because it's one of my favorite leagues because it's regional in a day and age where it seems like every league is not regional anymore. You guys in the Big West are completely regional. Just talk about the different coaches, different styles in the Big West, whether it's UC Irvine, Long Beach State, Bakersfield, UC Davis, Hawaii. Go down the list. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, this league is very underrated. Especially this past season, it was one of the best there was. But every single coach, I believe, is an incredible coach in our league. And I think they could be coaching in any bigger conference. But I would say it starts with the coaching. Incredible coaches, very detailed coaches. They really execute both offensively and defensively. And then the talent is very underrated. So I really believe it's one of the most underrated leagues in the country.
Absolutely. And Coach, I assume I kind of know the answer on this one. I assume that scheduling has become harder for you guys because of how much success you guys have had. How do you go about your constructing the non-conference schedule to prepare you for that Big West schedule?
I wish we could pick who we played. It doesn't
Yeah,
work like that. We don't
yeah,
get to pick our teams. They have to want to play us as well.
yeah.
It's been probably our biggest challenge at UCSB, non-conference scheduling. And there is no strategy. It's just whoever will play us, that's who we play.
Yep. Yeah, that's the common theme with the really, really good mid majors. You guys have won 20 plus games 5 out of your 7 years there. Coach, what makes the UC Santa Barbara job such a unique university and place to work at?
Yeah, I think the total package, it starts academically. It's one of the most prestigious universities, public universities in America. So having that along with, it's such an amazing setting. We're one of the only schools sitting on the sand, on the beach, on the ocean. It's an amazing setting in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most amazing places to visit in America. And then when you couple the academics, the setting, along with we've had some success and produced some NBA players, 5 NBA contracts in 7 years. That's been a really big deal.
And I appreciate you taking the time. I know you guys are super busy. I want to leave you with one last question. Headed into your 8th season at Santa Barbara, what is your message for the Gaucho fans that will watch this show?
It's going to be a really exciting team, a lot of new players, but older guys that have produced in college basketball. And I think it's going to be a really, really fun season this year. And I'm so excited as we get started with practice number 1 here in September.
November 4th will be here before you know it. I know you guys have your practice window leading up to November 4th. But, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to stop by the College Basketball Experience. Best of luck this season, and definitely look forward to having you on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Joe Pasternack of the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Like I said, man, they've had a lot of success in that program out west, winning 20 plus 5 out of his 7 years there. Talked about his time with Sean Miller, Bob Knight at Indiana as a manager. So it's something we share in common, being former managers. They're going to be good again. A little bit of a setback last year, going from 27 wins to 16 wins. But last time they had a setback where they went from 22 wins to 17. They jumped back to 27. So expect the Gauchos to be a 20-plus win team once again out west. And we appreciate Coach Pasternack and the Gauchos program for taking the time to come on the College Basketball Experience. And with that, I got to get us paid on the way out because we're brought to you by Rhythm. Get on over there to Rhythm, baby. College football is alive and well. The NFL's starting. College basketball is right around the corner. Build your model over there today by going over to Sports Gambling Podcast /Rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And we're also brought to you by Game Time, baby. Gaucho fans, if you want to get some season tickets, get on over there to Game Time. Use our promo code CFBX. You're going to get the best last-minute ticket deals where you know exactly where you're sitting. Download the Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, we are back on the College Basketball Experience. Couple of I can't talk on this Monday. Housekeeping items on the way out. It is after Labor Day, so Noah Beanick and I will be starting our 32 conference previews. Yes, we are starting. Like I said, November 4th is on the way. We are 9 weeks from today. We'll have opening night. It'll be here before we know it. So Noah and I will start getting ahead on some of these conferences. So make sure you are subscribed to all channels, the College Basketball Experience, College Football Experience with Colby. They do picks every single week, recap all the games. I'm over there every Tuesday night talking bracketology. Go check out the Big 12 Experience with me, Rush, and Troy. The FCS Experience as well, breaking down all those games. Like I said, college basketball, we all come together as one on youtube.com/college experience. Noah and I will be back here this week. Oh, and I got the Summer Coaches Tour still going on. We got Billy Taylor of Elon coming on later this week. We also got, who else we got? We got Coach Eric Henderson of the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, one of the better coaches and better programs in the country. They win 25-plus every single year. And we got Chris Casey coming off the fresh interim year where they won a lot at Fairfield, got that contract extension. We got David Ragland as well from Evansville, Gino Ford out there in Stony Brook, Adam Fisher from Temple, Hank Plona from Western Kentucky getting the job. We got a bunch of guys, and we got many more after that leading you up to November 4th. All we ask of you is to like, subscribe, tell a friend, spread the message, help us help you. And we're really looking forward to this college basketball experience. It's going to be a great season. and we are counting down the days every single hour that goes by. So that's all I got on a Monday night. Happy Labor Day. Enjoy the football games tonight. We'll be back tomorrow to talk to Coach Taylor of the Elon program there. Really enjoyed my sit-down interview with him. You guys will enjoy it. Looking for a big jump in the CAA. That's all I got. Thank you, Coach Pasternack and the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos program. This has been another edition of Mac Tonight signing off over here at the College Basketball Experience. November 4th is coming. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.